I'm Casey Claiborne, and thanks for watching this CrimeWatch YouTube exclusive, where we take a look back at recent crime stories that have been making headlines in our area. Austin police have arrested a man they describe as a serial killer. Raul Meza is charged with capital murder, and he's being held at the Travis County Jail. Investigators say Meza may be responsible for up to a dozen murders, including the stabbing death of an elderly man in Pflugerville. This comes 40 years after Meza was convicted of murdering an 8-year-old girl in South Austin. Fox 7 Austin's John Krinjak has the story.
The caller stated, "My name is Raul Meza, and you're looking for me."
The Lone Star Fugitive Task Force arresting 62-year-old Raul Meza in North Austin Monday night, 5 days after they say he confessed over the phone to 2 local murders, including his roommate, 80-year-old Jesse Fraga in Pflugerville earlier this month.
Meza then went on to detail the manner in which he murdered Mr. Fraga.
Fraga was found stabbed to death May 20th at this home on Campfire Trail in the Settlers Ridge neighborhood. Police say Meza took off in Fraga's car. But it was 4 days later that Meza called police and also confessed to the murder of 66-year-old Gloria Lofton in East Austin in 2019 after being released from prison.
I quote, "I got out in 2016. I end up murdering a lady soon afterwards. It was on Sarah Drive."
Meza hung up the phone, but after learning he frequented hotels along I-35, the task force worked to track him down.
Going door to door, going hotel to hotel. They approached, surrounded him, and took him into custody within a blink of an eye.
Meza's rap sheet dates back to 1975 when he shot and wounded a man in a robbery. Then in 1982,
and I remember it like it was yesterday,
Meza raped and murdered 8-year-old Kendra Page. The little girl's body was found in a dumpster outside Langford Elementary School in southeast Austin. As part of a plea deal, Meza was sentenced to 30 years in prison, but was released on parole in 1993 after serving just 11 years.
Somebody made a bad decision 41 years ago and let this guy, for whatever reason, manipulate the system, and justice was not served.
In '94, Meza was arrested on a parole violation and spent the next 20 years in and out of prison, on and off of parole. Police found DNA linking Meza to the 2019 murder, but believe this is just the tip of the iceberg.
We have between 8 and 10 cases that kind of fit the similar circumstances that we're looking at, but that could obviously grow.
When authorities finally captured Meza, they found evidence he may have been planning more murders.
The duct tape, the zip ties, and the firearm with additional rounds of ammunition.
Mr. Meza said he was ready and prepared to kill again, and he was looking forward to it.
Officials now relieved that Meza is behind bars, but beyond frustrated that he was ever allowed back on the streets in the first place.
So it's a travesty of justice. We don't know how many more people he killed or would have killed.
New video shows a man swinging a torch along I-35 in the early morning hours on May 29th. The suspect was caught on camera moments before police say he stabbed an Austin firefighter. This video was sent to us by Jacob Salas. Jacob says he recorded it from his hotel room when he first noticed the man trying to start fires. Video shows there's an Austin fire truck close to the man as they waited for him to drop the torch. Austin Fire says they got a call about a person setting fires. When they tried questioning that man, it was clear he was agitated. Police say the guy walked out into the highway. A firefighter tried to stop him, and the man stabbed the first responder.
An altercation happened, and he stabbed our firefighter in the thigh. There have been situations in the past where we've had altercations with people. This is the first time that I can remember that one of our firefighters has been injured in this way.
The firefighter was taken to a hospital. He is now recovering at home and will be off duty for at least 2 weeks. Austin police arrested the suspect. A family in South Austin is furious after a dog attacked their 4-year-old while she was playing outside. They want accountability from both the dog's owner and the managers of the apartment complex. Fox 7 Austin's Amanda Ruiz has that story.
She's doing pretty good. She's just a good little girl. She loves having fun. She still likes animals. She still likes animals, even though she was viciously attacked.
On May 20th, 4-year-old Sahara was attacked by a pit bull mix. She now has to wear this bandage over her face as her wounds heal.
The bite went through her cheek, So there are stitches inside of her mouth as well.
According to her grandmother, Makiba LaFleur Davis, Sahara was playing outside being watched by her mom when a neighbor came by with their dog on a leash. After getting permission and asking if the dog was friendly, Sahara pet the dog and continued to play.
The owner said yes, and Sahara pet the dog and nothing happened.
As the dog owner and Sahara's mom were talking, Sahara ran back to the dog. That's when they say the dog attacked the 4-year-old.
The dog went full-fledged on Sahara, and the owner did not command the dog to get off of her or try to pull the dog off of her.
Sahara's mom let out a loud scream that scared the dog off her daughter. Her daughter was lying on the ground lifeless, bleeding, and had to be rushed to the hospital. Makiba says the dog owner has not reached out at all, and the leasing office of the Meadowbrook Apartments isn't any help either. According to the lease, pets must weigh no more than 30 pounds. Residents are also prohibited from owning or keeping pit bulls.
It makes me upset. It makes me more upset that there's no humanity to the situation. It's like it's 10 days now, and the owner has not came by, has not tried to reach out, has not tried to apologize.
Fox 7 Austin decided to walk over to the apartment of the dog owner.
I just don't want my face on it.
Yeah, he agreed to speak if he remained anonymous.
Would you call your dog aggressive or?
No, he ain't aggressive. I took him to the vet, he ain't barking, not one person up to him.
He says his sister was the one walking his dog, and his understanding of what happened is based off her recollection. He says his dog was on a leash and the little girl came up behind the dog, sparking the attack. He says he was shocked to hear about it and claims he offered to help the family with medical expenses, something the family denies happened.
Shoot, it's like they coming after us, but we told them we'll help for medical expenses and everything when it first hit the fan, you know?
He told Fox 7 Austin his dog is currently in Animal Control's custody. He believes this situation has gotten out of hand.
It's being blown out of proportion. She threatened me the same day, but I understand the first day how she felt. He was controlled, but it's just like the matter of the incident that happened. You know what I'm saying? And it's just a little girl, and we understand that. We take responsibility.
Amanda Ruiz, Fox 7 Austin News.
We reached out to the complex and spoke with a representative of the Housing Authority of the City of Austin. They say they are working to evict the tenants who have the dog, saying they violated the terms of the lease and they didn't have the dog on a leash. Meanwhile, Soraya's family plans to file a civil lawsuit against both the dog's owner and the apartment complex. The search is on for a suspect after a man shot another man in a homeless camp in southeast Austin. Around 4:30 on May 27th, Austin police say 2 men got into an argument at a camp near Riverside and Montopolis. One of them shot the other. The shooter ran off. The victim does not have life-threatening injuries. We're told the 2 men did know each other. If you have any information, you're urged to call Austin Police. In Hayes County, police are looking for the suspect in a series of burglaries. On May 20th, someone broke into 4 vehicles on Rolland Lane in Kyle at 6 at night. The suspect drove a black 4-door car to 2 different Dollar General stores and used a stolen credit card. If you have any information, call the Hayes County Sheriff's Department. The former CEO of Theranos has reported to federal prison in Bryan, Texas. That's about 90 miles from Austin. Elizabeth Holmes was convicted of defrauding investors in her blood testing startup and was sentenced to 11 years. Fox 7 Austin's Meredith Aldis was in Bryan when Holmes surrendered, and she has the story.
At around 12:30, Elizabeth Holmes, in jeans and a light brown top, walked into this federal prison camp to begin serving her sentence. In 2003, Elizabeth Holmes founded Theranos in Silicon Valley after dropping out of Stanford University when she was 19. Holmes claimed Theranos would revolutionize healthcare with a technology that could quickly detect diseases with a few drops of blood taken with a finger prick. Investors poured money into this phenomenon, and in 2014, the company was valued at $4.5 billion. But it quickly dropped to a value of 0 when flaws in Theranos' technology and diagnostics were exposed.
You cannot lie and deceive. Instead, she wanted to double and triple down, perhaps because of the fear of failing. She was beginning to buy into the media, from Jim Cramer and on the cover of Forbes calling her the next Steve Jobs. So rather than admitting failure, she chose to double down, and in so do, she began to lie.
In January 2022, a jury convicted Holmes on 4 felony counts of fraud and conspiracy and ordered her to pay half of $452 million in restitution to the victims. Holmes filed a motion to stay out of prison on bail while she appealed her conviction, but it was denied. Holmes was sentenced to 11 years, though it's likely she won't serve the full sentence.
There's also the First Step Act, which was passed in late 2018, which, based on the length of her sentence, will earn her another year off of her sentence. Then she's eligible to get a year in the halfway house or home confinement. So my estimates, she'll serve 7.5 years in prison, presuming she doesn't get into any trouble.
Now in prison, Holmes leaves behind 2 young children, a son who was born a few weeks after the start of her trial, and a daughter who was conceived after she was convicted. Reporting in Bryan, Texas, Meredith Aldis, Fox 7 Austin News.
And finally, a bus driver saved a student from a potential predator in North Texas. Her quick thinking kept a student safe and helped get an assault suspect off the streets. Fox's Lori Brown is in Dallas with that story.
Ms. Riva, on behalf of the entire transportation department and the district, we're just so thankful for you.
Riva, who asked us not to use her last name, says she knew something wasn't right when she saw a man talking with her middle school student at a bus stop the morning of May 18th.
I thought, what is this guy doing? And she got on the bus and she said, Miss, he's saying some weird stuff to me, but you're safe now. You're okay, I've got you.
But thanks to Miss Riva, that was not the end.
And I looked in my side mirror and I thought, he didn't have a front license plate. And I thought, he's getting away. He's just done this and he's getting away. As I turned left to go down the street, I realized that he was going to come out on the street where I was again. So I kind of blocked the intersection where he was to possibly make him go around in front of me so I could get his rear license plate. And that's what happened.
The license plate was associated with a previous arrest of Jonathan Wang Tren by Carrollton police, a person with a history of arrest in Dallas County. And it turns out Richardson police were already looking for Tren after an allegation he committed an indecent assault of an Uber Eats driver picking up an order at a Starbucks on East Buckingham Road. Richardson police spotted him later that morning, as they put it, lurking near Berkner High School following students, and arrested him. Tim Logan, Garland ISD's safety and training manager, says Ms. Riva did exactly what she was supposed to do.
I think this situation will be used in training scenarios in the future. This was a perfect example of protocol and what we train for every day as eyes and ears on the road. Ms. Riva was able to contact dispatch, who was able to contact law enforcement.
Riva, a bus driver for 16 years with the district, says she was just doing her job.
When they get on this bus, they're my kids, and I'm going to take care of them, and I know the other bus drivers feel the same way, too.
Lori Brown, Fox 4 News.
Thanks for watching the Fox 7 Austin Crime Watch YouTube exclusive. Our Crime Watch stories run each Monday on Fox 7 Austin News at 9. For more on the stories highlighted in this episode, you can head to our website, fox7austin.com, and don't forget to subscribe to the Fox 7 Austin YouTube channel.